I remember the way my hands trembled as my father's lawyer cleared his throat. The air in the room was thick, the kind that presses down on your chest until you can't grieve. My sister smiled like she'd already won. $11 million. Just like that, my father handed her the future he denied me. "Go earn your own," he said, looking through me as if I were a ghost. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I nodded calmly, because I've learned early on that emotion is a luxury the betrayed can't afford. I should have known it was coming. My sister always had that polished smile, the one that hid ambition beneath sweetness. But I loved her once. Loved her until I discovered the subtle betrayals, the whispered calls behind closed doors, the forged signatures, the nights she claimed to be studying while she maneuvered behind my back. I trusted her. I even defended her until she reminded me that trust is a weakness. It started with little things, missed deadlines on shared projects, disappearing files, a wronged business partner's vague complaints. I noticed patterns, not out of paranoia, but instinct. My gut screamed. And then one night, I found the email she'd sent to Dad, the one that spun a web of lies so tight it would strangle anyone who tried to see the truth. I felt nothing. Not then. I never react before the plan is in place. I sat in my car for hours, rereading her words, plotting. If betrayal is an art, revenge is the gallery, and I intended to make her the centerpiece. I started small, quiet, precise moves. I knew Dad's habits, his weaknesses, my sister's arrogance. I documented, I recorded, I connected the dots others ignored. Every call she made, every lie she told, every maneuver cataloged and stored. I didn't just wait, I prepared, and I waited for the perfect moment. The opportunity came unexpectedly. Grandpa's old lawyer, a man I barely remembered from my childhood, had been keeping a secret, a clause hidden in the folds of Grandpa's will, one that bypassed my father entirely. He had left something for me, something my sister never suspected, something that could undo her smug victory in a heartbeat. I watched my mother's hands tremble as the lawyer opened the envelope. My sister's grin faltered, that carefully curated mask slipping like wet porcelain. The room fell silent, and then he read it. "To my grandson," the lawyer said, voice steady, almost ceremonial. "Everything I had outside of what I gave your father is yours. All assets, accounts, and holdings transferred directly to him. No conditions, no exceptions." My mother's scream split the room, high-pitched, raw, utterly human. My sister froze, her eyes wide, her jaw tight, as if she had just realized she had been playing chess against a master who had been 3 moves ahead all along. I stood there, the calm eye in a hurricane of betrayal and shock. I could see it all. The years she spent trying to outmaneuver me, the countless nights she laughed behind my back, the hubris that thought she could outsmart fate itself. She had underestimated patience, underestimated strategy, underestimated me. I didn't gloat. I didn't raise my voice. Revenge doesn't need theatrics. It's in the stillness, in the realization that every calculated move, every silent hour of planning, has delivered its inevitable consequence. My sister's gaze met mine, and I saw comprehension, then fear, then resignation. That's what I live for. The moment someone finally understands that the rules of the game aren't the ones they thought they were. I left the room quietly. No applause, no cheers. Just the weight of years lifting, replaced by the satisfaction of precision. Justice isn't about ruin. It's about balance. And in that balance, I had claimed what was mine. Not with rage, but with strategy. With intelligence. With the patience that betrayal can only cultivate. Outside, the air was cold, clean, free. I breathed it in, and felt a strange calm wash over me. I had been betrayed, yes, but I had also risen. And in that quiet rise, in that unseen victory, I understood something my father never could. Wealth can be given, but power, true power, is earned, and I had earned mine.